Here we come with another passage. Passage number 28. The queen is the mother of the entire population of the ant colony. It lives for about 15 years. It has a pair of wings. On a hot summer day, the queen leaves the nest and flies to meet a male ant high up in the air. On its return to Earth, it bites off its wings and then does nothing but lays eggs. Eggs hatch and grubs come out. Soldiers guard them. Workers clean and feed these young ants and carry them about daily for airing, exercise, and sunshine. Question number 1. How long does the queen live? It lives for about 15 years. For about 15 years, 5 years, 25 years, and 15 months. The confusion, it creates a confusion between option B and option D, because in option B and option D there are same number 15 15, but the answer will be 15 years, not 15 months. So carefully you have to read carefully the passage and answer the question, because in the second line it clearly mentioned that it lives for about 15 years, not 15 months. What does the queen do before laying eggs? What does the queen do before laying eggs? Option A, leaves the nest, goes up in the air, bites off its wings, flies out to meet its mate. Good evening all. Answer. What does the queen do before laying eggs? Option C, the correct answer, bites of its wings. The grapes are protected by workers, builders, soldiers, and cleaners. Option B, the correct answer, the soldiers. Workers carry the young ants daily for exercise, sunshine, airing, all of the above. Exercise, it clearly written on the last line of the paragraph. They carry them about daily for airing, exercise, and sunshine. So the answer will be option D, all of the above. Who bites off its wings? Who bites off its wings? The queen, the ant, the grub, the worker. The queen, the ant, the grub, the worker. Who bites off its wings? The queen. Option A is the correct answer. Now, here is a passage. And now, read carefully the passage along with me. Then try to answer the questions. The ants live in their comfortable homes called nests or ant hills. Each has hundreds of little rooms and passages. In some of these rooms in the ant hill, the queen ant lays eggs. Others are nurseries for the young ones called grubs. Workers have reserved their quarters. They spend most of their time searching for food. Some rooms serve as storehouses for their for their food. Soldiers have separate barracks. No worker has ever tried to live in the soldier's house. No soldier has ever gone out searching for food. No worker or soldier or cleaner has ever harmed a grub. So you see, an ant's life is very peaceful. They lived a peaceful life. No one interferes with others' works like human beings. So ants' lives are very peaceful. Again, we read the paragraph carefully. Try to understand. The ants live in their comfortable homes called nests or anthills. Each has hundreds of little rooms and passages. In some of these rooms in the ant hill, the queen ant lays eggs, others are nurseries. For the young ones called groves, workers have reserved their quarters. They spend most of their time searching for food. So who search food? The workers search food. Some rooms serve as storehouses for their food. Soldiers have separate barracks. No workers has ever tried to live in a soldier's house. No soldier has ever gone out searching for food. No worker or soldier or cleaner has ever harmed a grub. So you see, an ant's life is very peaceful. Question 1. Soldier ant live in anthill, nests, nurseries, barracks. Live in barracks. Option D is correct answer. Then question number 2. Where do baby ants live? Answer this question. Where do baby ants live? Ant hills, nests, nurseries, barracks. Where do baby ant lives? Where do baby ants live? Option C is nurseries. Baby ants lives in nurseries. Who search for the food? Who search for the food? Option A, soldiers, workers, grubs, cleaners. Who search for the food? I will told you before when I read the passage that workers are go for searching food. So who search for the food? Workers. Option B. No worker has ever tried ... searching for food. This line expresses the idea that they are separate groups. Each does its share of work. Option C. Each remains busy. They always quarrels. Each remains busy. They are separate groups. Each does its share of work. Option B is the right answer because everyone tried his work, his part of work. So each does its share of work. They maintain a peaceful life. Ants are maintained a peaceful life in this manner. Here, nurseried means places where new babies are cared for, places where babies are taught, places where babies are kept, places where little children read, places where new baby are cared for. Now paragraph number 3, we're going to read another paragraph. Listen carefully and try to answer this questions. Here is a paragraph about Kalpana Chawla, an astronaut of India who lost his life. She is our first lady astronaut. Kalpana Chawla, who was one of the 7 astronauts to travel in the space shuttle Columbia in January 2003, was born in Karnal, Haryana. She had ambitions right from her childhood. After passing out from a local high school, she attended an engineering college away from her hometown. Her father was not willing at first, but she persuaded her father to allow her to study aeronautical engineering. After a BSc nurse degree in aeronautical engineering, she went for a master's degree to the United States of America. Later, she also did her PhD in aerospace engineering. Soon after, she joined NASA as a research scientist on the Space Shuttle program. Now, again, I will read the paragraph. You listen carefully, very carefully, because it is a paragraph about our former astronaut, Indian astronaut Kalpana Chawla, who lost her life in Columbia Space Shuttle. Kalpana Chawla, who was one of the 7 astronauts to travel in the Space Shuttle Columbia in January 2003, was born in Karnal, Haryana. She had ambitions right from her childhood. After passing out from a local high school, she had attended an engineering college away from her hometown. Her father was willing at first. Her father was not willing at first, but she persuaded her father to allow her to study aeronautical engineering. After a BSc degree in aeronautical engineering, she went for a master's degree to the United States of America. Later, she also did her PhD in aerospace engineering. Soon after, she joined NASA as a research scientist on the Space Shuttle program. Now, try to answer the following questions. There are 5 MCQ questions about this passage. Kalpana had desire for success from her high school, her school days, her childhood, her youth. Kalpana had desire for success from her high school time, her school days, her childhood, her youth period. What will be the answer of the question number 1? Option A, option B, option C, option D. Answer first. The answer will be from her childhood. She tried to from her childhood she had a desire to success. Next question number 2. Columbia was option A spacecraft, option B a space shuttle, option C a space ship, option D a jet engine. Columbia was a spacecraft, space shuttle, spaceship, jet engine. What will be the answer? Option A, option B, option C, option D. Option B is the correct answer. Space shuttle, Columbia. Where did she study after passing from the high school? After passing from the high school, where did Kalpana Chawla study? In a college, in aeronautical engineering, in an engineering college, in NASA. Where did she study after passing from the high school? Option A, in a college. Option B, in an aeronautical engineering. Option C, in an engineering college. Option D, in NASA. Option C, in an engineering college. Kalpana's father was unwilling to allow her to. Kalpana's father was unwilling, ମାନେ ଇଚ୍ଛା ନଥିଲା ତାଙ୍କର ବାପାଙ୍କର, to allow her to study engineering, study BSc, go to America. This is a very important question. This is a very important question. Try to understand. Kalpana's father was unwilling to allow her to study engineering, study BSc, go to America. ଏଇଟା ହେଉଛି ଅପସନ୍ ବି ହେବ ରାଇଟ୍ ଆନ୍ସର୍। କ'ଣ ପାଇଁ ନା ଜଣେ ବାପା ସେଠି କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ୍ ଥିଲା ଯେ କଳ୍ପନାର ବାପା ତାଙ୍କୁ ପାଠ ପଢ଼ିବା ପାଇଁ ତାକୁ ହେଉଛି କ'ଣ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ତାଙ୍କର ଇଚ୍ଛା ନଥିଲା। ଅପସନ୍ ଏ ଷ୍ଟଡି ପାଇଁ କେବେ କେଉଁ ବାପା ମନା କରିବେ କି? ମନା କରିବେ ନାହିଁ, ସେଟା ଇଚ୍ଛା ନିଶ୍ଚିତ ଥିବ। ଅପସନ୍ ବି ଷ୍ଟଡି ଇଞ୍ଜିନିୟରିଂ ପଢ଼ିବା ପାଇଁ ମନା କରୁଥିଲେ ହେଲା, ସେ ଆନୁଲିଂ କରିଥିଲେ, ଇଚ୍ଛା ନଥିଲା ତାଙ୍କର। ଅପସନ୍ ବି ଇଜ୍ ଦ କରେକ୍ଟ ଆନ୍ସର୍। ସି persuaded her to allow her to study aeronautical engineering. The underlined word means persuaded means requested, insisted, begged, made someone agree to do something. Persuaded means here when Kalpana's father was unwilling to allow her to study engineering, at that time Kalpana Chawla persuaded her father to allow her for study aeronautical engineering. Here persuaded means made someone agree to do something. Option D, made someone agree to do something. So today we have discussed 3 paragraphs. Today we have discussed 3 paragraphs, and from these paragraphs we understand that if we try to understand the summary of the passage, then we can answer the MCQ questions easily. So whenever you go for an entrance or for an examination, when passages comes at that time, first you read very carefully the passage and try to understand the summary of the passage. Try to understand what is the passage about. Then you will able to answer the questions belonging to the paragraph. So all the very best for your bright future. Good evening. Then today we are going to discuss which topic? Some silent letters. Some silent letters. Silent letters means in a sentence which letters are not pronounced. Which letters are not pronounced. Such as example, walk. Here, question number 1. Walk. 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 When we pronounce it walk, every letter pronounced in this word, but the right pronounce of the word is walk. Walk. W-A-K. Walk. Walk. In the word, L is not pronounced. L letter is not pronounced, so the answer will be option number C, L. Walk. It is not walk. Walk. It is walk. Then catch. Catch. In this word, T is not pronounced. Catch. 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 Understand? Then tuck. T-A-L-K. Which letter is not pronounced? T-A-L-K. L is not pronounced. Watch. T is not pronounced. Chuck. L is not pronounced. Then night. Night. G is not pronounced. Fight. G is not pronounced. Height. Same. G is not pronounced. Head. Head. E is not pronounced. H-D. Head. Got. A is not pronounced. G-O-T. Got. G-O-T. Got. Understand? Call. L is not pronounced. 1L. Ball. L. Pull. L. Tull. L. Hull. L. Bot. A. Caught. A. Plot. A. Sup. H. Sup. H is not pronounced. H. Then here are some words which have silent letters. So today we close the live class. Meet you again.